Yeah, hello. How you doing? This is Bob Marley and 2 Double J. Keep yourself good.
He's a lot happier this time than he was last time. Why are you so happy at the
Yeah,
moment?
because number brethren are very nice now and we're getting things together. You know. Last time was a gunshot on my man.
Ah, right. Yeah, you're a lot more peaceful, a lot more sort of relaxed.
Yeah, more dangerous now.
Now, one thing I mustn't forget, and I will forget, you've just received a platinum album from Australia. Does that surprise you that you get a platinum album from
Yeah,
Australia?
because up till now I don't know what it represents.
Well, it represents, I think, about sales of about 50,000 copies of that particular album.
Oh, in Australia, that's good.
Yes, I think that's very good.
Yeah.
Does it surprise you?
Well, yeah. I really expect that of Australia. Australia's good.
Do you know, do you know much about Australia? Have you got any idea?
Not very much. The only thing I heard about Australia is that the Queen sent these guys down here because she could manage them. And their Aborigines living there. Right? Aborigine.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Aborigines.
Yeah.
That's right. But other than that, Australia's a bit of a blank.
Yeah, I know that Richard Benner. When I used to listen to cricket, Richard Benner was one of the great harp spinners.
Richie Benno hasn't played for a long time.
Yeah.
So
But I remember the days with Richard Benner and Frank Warren, you know.
Well, the great days for West Indian cricket.
Yeah.
You seem to be less interested in politics now.
Well, I'm always interested in my people's right, but I will not push myself to a revolution without harms.
As far as people in Jamaica, as far as people like yourself are concerned, you mentioned to me last time that you're very concerned about what's going on in South Africa and what's going on in Rhodesia. Is there anything, do you think, is there anything that people in Jamaica can do to help their brothers in Rhodesia and South Africa? Anything directly?
Well, we can do what we have to do if when we get the teams to do what we have to do. But when we look at South Africa and the pressure that we face and the struggle that we go through, we know that we are just chained. And the black people in South Africa is the greatest black people on the face of the earth, because they are capable to fight. We are not capable to fight. We are on the chains.
Right.
If we lift our hands, we are going to jail. You understand?
Yes, exactly.
Now we are talking about the people who are fighting for their rights. Now, the world, this earth, don't have no justice, because what we are saying is, what could we do in Jamaica as we are a people? His Majesty until the colour of a man's skin is of no more significance to the colour of his eyes. That means justice is in the eyes of everyone, the black people and the white people. That means if the black people in Jamaica could do anything to help South Africa, then the white people in anywhere could do the same, because until the colour of a man's skin is of no more significance to the colour of his eyes.
So it is much my responsibility.
It is much your responsibility as it is mine.
And what about Is This Love?
Well, after saying all of these things, you must really have some time when you take a cup of tea. So you say, I want to love you and treat you right, because you're fighting for something. Your enemy. You got your enemy, and you got your people. Well, you couldn't tell the things you tell your enemy, you got to tell your people a different thing. You tell your people, I want to love you and treat you right. We'll be together every day and every night. Don't worry about that thing. Everything is going to be all right. Just keep on fighting with that.
It's a
And
love
we'll get through.
It's a love song. A happy song.
Well, it is one of them songs where words couldn't express the meaning, so we had to just put words to the melody. That's the quote of the year. That's the best thing I've heard in all that.
It's one of those songs where words couldn't express the meaning, so we just had to put words to the melody.
I mean, it's this life. You have to deal with the people. You have to give what the people want, and then you have to give them what you know they're supposed to get.
Do you think now that you're far removed from working in the Chrysler factory, do you think you can still, does it conjure up memories? Do you think you can still relate to those people who are in fact living in the concrete jungle now?
Oh yeah, man, I live with them in the concrete jungle. Nothing has changed for me.
Really?
I am just the same. Nothing has changed for me.
In what way? I mean, if you look at it, now you're much more successful. You're playing large concerts. You're traveling.
Yeah, but
the
tell you
world.
what, I have the same feelings. I am a Rasta man.
Inside, nothing has changed.
I'm a Rasta man. Everything remains the same. I carry that same feeling. I didn't expect this world to be so crooked and corrupted and like this. I thought people were people.
Until you got into Jamaica.
Until I grew up and realized that, wait, this guy hit me for nothing. When I check, he hit me through history. He hit me because I'm black. He hit me because I live uptown. He hit me because I'm from the ghetto. He hit me because I'm in the country. I mean, it's just haters run the earth until Rastafari come and say, no, peace and love is the way of life. Rasta is the only man preach peace and love. Because if the church preach peace and love, then they will love a Rasta man.
Do you think there's any possibility ever of the human race genuinely believing in peace and love?
No, not the human race. You have to have handpicked people. You got people with quality who qualified to live with peace and love. You have people who are qualified and searching for the people with their qualifications too. And they will meet. That is why it's the Rasta people gathering. And so you have to have some identity.
What happens
This
to
is
the
how you
ones,
identify them.
What happens to the ones who can't love?
Well, I'm sorry for those who do not know what love is, because love is God.
Mm.
And if you can't love, then you don't know about God.
Tell me about Exodus. Tell me, because that's the love
Exodus
track.
is the movement of the people. Now, we have to check these things very carefully. You see, Exodus is the movement in Jamaica with all this, and then you see the peace move come. So we care about the peace. So that was the Exodus from the political warfares. You understand what the Exodus is in that terms?
Right.
So Kaya was the more during peacetime. So after peacetime, then it's Babylon by bus.
Right.
And after you go through Babylon by bus, then you will know about the Babylon system.
Why is it Babylon by bus? I mean, that's a funny title.
It could be Babylon by plane, but check it. We only from one airport to the other, and the bus takes us exactly to the spot where the show is keeping. So we give the bus the speech,
Right.
and the plane at the reach.
I'd always assumed that Exodus was in fact about Marcus Garvey's prophecy.
Of course, it is about that, but simple understanding during a time of struggle, where you can understand a certain type of Exodus, because there's not one type of Exodus.
There's all kinds.
There's all kinds of Exodus, but in an Exodus like this now, for instance, Marcus Garvey Exodus, you have to have the people together before you can Exodus.
Right. And
So
so,
the part of the Exodus is the people coming together, because this Exodus will not be for 1 week. It's for a dispensation of time till we can afford to Exodus the right and proper way. And it's the beginning of the Exodus.
And that, in fact, brings us on to, say, another song that's on the album, which is at the end of side 3, and that's the song War. Now,
until the philosophy which hold on is pure and fear. It's finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. War.
that, as far as... now, that was a quite famous speech of Haile Selassie.
Selassie first, yeah.
Which, in fact, still holds true today, as it did when he first made it.
Gee whiz. Yeah, man. No, in my... If I was a prime minister, if I was a president, then this is the revelation of God. I mean, that speech showed that whoever made that speech is God.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, the simple understanding, because remember, we have all sort of big people, and all of them, but none of them was capable enough to stand up and say these things, because some people feel afraid if them stand up and say it. If a white man stand up and say it, they feel like the white man going to be against him, because equality for black people. If a black man get up and say it, and feel like black people are going to be against him because equality for white people. But it's just to say it and divide it and show the people then that God is God. And if they live by these things that he say, then earth has found its rightful ruler. We call the sinners Babylon. We just have two things on earth, good and bad. If you're good, you're Rasta. If you're bad, you're Babylon. And just like how you can say Rasta, Jed, Hireman, Bingaman, just like Babylon, heathen, wicked, good, overcome evil. Yeah, we're jamming in the name of the Lord.